Welcome to another episode of the Robbo Show. Today, Big Maxi Gawn's got James Magner in Gawn in 60 seconds. As always, there's a remember when. But first, let's check out Chipper Frawley's skills in the skill tester. Favourite part of my week, or maybe the second part other than interviewing Newty, because he's such a legend, is the skill tester, and it's on. It's on today. I've got my mate Chipper. Chipper, what's going on, mate? How do you feel about this? Because the skill tester today is a shot on goal.
It's pretty advanced here, mate. I think I'll be kicking many.
Already
I'll have a crack.
Well, mate, look, the first shot's going to be straight in front, and that was where I was bad. Yep. I'm always good on the boundary, but anyway.
I'm not good anyway, mate, so I think it's safe.
Got to know what you're good at. That's all right.
Exactly right.
Chipper, talk to me, mate. You're back in the side, a bit of a carp, but things thast couple of weeks really progressed, haven't they?
Yeah, we had a pretty slow start of the year, mate, but last 3 weeks we've actually had a crack, and I suppose that's what supporters want to see, us get out there and put a few tackles on and making the opposition hurt, and I think the last 3 weeks has been a lot better effort. So
tackle?
Keep going.
What's that?
He hasn't tackled us yet.
I have shots on goal now. That's what this is, all right? First part of the skill. I didn't tell you. Blindfolded. All right? Here we go.
I'm a shoo-in, mate. I'll just let you know I'm a shoo-in.
You're a shoo-in? All right, I can't see anything. Okay, here we go.
What are you facing? You're facing the wrong way. You're facing the wrong way, mate.
All right, I'm going. Ready? That felt like it was off the side.
Point.
Oh, it felt terrible too. That's weird as.
A little fit chance of shaking it.
Now you might have to let that go a bit because he's not going to fit over your mass.
Oh, I've got a pinhead, mate.
You have too?
I would have pinhead.
That makes me feel terrible. I've got a mass head. Is anyone surprised by that? Righto, Chip, your turn.
This is hard.
Just make sure it hits your foot. Oh, yuck!
That is hard.
He's an AFL player. Right, you know I hate your guts. Yeah, you know why. Yeah. First year, he comes in, breaks my nose in the first practice match. How'd you manage that? I mean, it's pretty hard to miss this big gig.
Don't know, I think I was 80 kilos wringing wet, so don't know what you were doing, mate. Could have dropped me.
I just kicked a goal on him too, so he's gone the biffo. Mate, you're now one of the senior players at the club. It goes fast, doesn't it?
I'm 23 now, so I'm getting on, especially those young blokes coming in. Still got Riv though, he's the old fossil, so bag him a fair bit.
But he acts like a child.
Yeah, like 12.
He's a child. All right, second one. You can do whatever you want here. You can dribble it. You don't have to drop punt it.
Oh, I'd have to get that one very good.
Where are we? Okay.
It's actually pretty hard.
You can't even see where it's hit.
That's hard.
Right, I'm going to dribble this. Ready?
Oh! Did him pop.
Oh, superstar! Did you expect anything different? Come on!
That took him right off my bounce in the last second.
Don't procrastinate, mate. Get it done.
I think your head's getting bigger.
It actually is.
Where's it? There you go.
Now, I don't know if you know, but going through the middle ones is a goal in AFL.
I'm going to shake it.
You should know that. Oh, it's a point.
Oh, no.
My heart was racing.
It's game over.
Mate, I thought you'd have been good at kicking goals, seeing as so many kicked them on you.
Oh, it's a bit harsh, right?
Righto. I've been asking everyone what they do outside of football.
Yep.
I don't reckon anyone knows what you do outside of football, even the blokes that play next to you. Do you do?
I go to uni, I do exercise science. Really go to uni, but
do you really go?
Oh, really? Once a week. Me and Jordy McKenzie.
Yeah. So
he studies and I just copy him, and
just smiles and laughs the whole time.
Yeah. P's get degrees, mate.
I know. You know, this is where I'm best from.
Yeah, I was saying.
All right. Okay. Blindfold on. Do it any old way. All right. Ready?
He's getting a bit weight in those legs, mate.
What? Good thing about these legs is they kick goal. Oh, yuck.
That is...
Bounce through.
That does not go through.
Just hit your foot. He wins. And... No. He's a defender, come on. I did make it a little bit easier on myself, didn't I?
I was pretty average.
All right, big boy. Good luck this week.
Thanks, mate.
So we got the Hawks Friday night.
Yeah.
Come on, mate. Come on.
Good.
Just stop Buddy.
Thanks, mate.
Buddy's nothing. He's easy.
Yeah, he's doing a nice job.
See you, mate.
Right on, mate.
And now it's time for Gone in 60 Seconds with James Magner.
Thanks, Robbo. Welcome back to Gone in 60 Seconds. We've got Jimmy Magner this week. You ready to take on the challenge of Gone in 60 Seconds?
Yes, mate. Ready to go.
Do you drive a Mitsubishi?
No.
What's worse, Mark Jamar's breath or Robbo's golf game?
Definitely J1's breath.
Who at the club thinks they're never wrong?
Colin Garland, definitely.
Carpenter by trade, does the club ever ask you to do some sneaky handyman jobs around the club?
No, not yet. I'm waiting though.
Jeremy Howard's looking to have a big mark on the weekend. Is he upgrading the garage at home to fit some new cars in?
Yeah, I'd say so.
Is it true that your breakfast involves eating 2 kilo dumbbells?
No.
Do you feel any added pressure as you're being in everybody's dream team?
No, not at all.
Do you think LJ would have ever seen the conditions of Geelong at 10 a.m?
No.
Who were closer, Margie and Lydia of The Biggest Loser or Tappy and Treaders?
Oh, it's a tough one, but Tappy and Treaders.
Are you unhappy about being too old for a certainty of a NAB Rising Star medal?
Oh, filthy, yeah.
Thanks, Jimmy Magner. That's Gone in 60.
This week's Remember When comes from 1996 when mergers were in the wind. I caught up with a bloke who played in that game against Hawthorn. Again, I remember when with another David. It's the same David as the first time. We've had David on 4 times now. It's a popular name.
It is a popular name. Why am I on twice? You've got no other mates? Is that why?
Because, well, everyone else is too expensive and you're really cheap.
I'm in the cheap seat. They're going to up my price.
Couldn't find anyone else either.
Coffee's just not going to cut it next time.
Just invoice me for this, would you, mate?
Yeah.
Now, I want to talk to you about 1996. It was a interesting year, to say the least, for the Melbourne Demons and the Hawthorn Football Club because of the merger debacle. Now, firstly, what was going on?
And obviously well documented that the Hawks and Melbourne, it was on. The merger was on. In the end, Dallas Brooks Hall, we said yes, they said no, which was a great result in the end. That we don't have the merged team, but it was a very emotional time, that's for sure. Okay,
so the game comes up, Melbourne versus Hawthorn. So you got Melbourne sort of for the decision, and Hawthorn don't want it to happen. And it's almost like if this game goes ahead, whoever wins the decision.
Well, at the end of the day, I think both management teams at Hawthorn and Melbourne thought that this was the way that it was going to be going forward. And then in the end, Don Scott was the one who stands up for Hawthorn and doesn't go through. But up until this game, we're thinking that this is going to happen. Obviously, it's going to a vote of the members, but this is on. This is a real possibility. So, the competition for players against players, and it is absolutely on in the first few minutes. The emotion and raw energy in that first couple of minutes was just unbelievable.
So you played a lot of games for Melbourne over 300, and did you ever remember it being that aggressive at the start?
Yeah, I remember it being super intense. At that stage, I'm a youngster, it's only my second year, so all this commotion, all this emotion and energy into this game, it was such a tense atmosphere, and the crowd was just phenomenal. Under lights, it was an amazing game.
Yeah, and you're up one end, skinny kid, as you said. Yeah. Jason Dunstall's up the other end. You kicked 6. And I know you're not going to say it, were you? Because you're a humble man. You really are. And Dunstall's up the other end. He's kicked, 10? Is that right?
He kicked 10, yeah.
So it was a battle of the full forwards.
Well, yeah, I played on Chris Langford that night. So,
big team.
It's a big unit, particularly when I was 20 or something, and so yeah, I was able to get on the scoreboard and get a few early and a few late from memory, and Big Jace was over the other end, kicked his 100th that night. So that, not only the merger game, but he kicks his 100th goal. The crowd's out in the middle of the MCG. And then, of course, it's pretty tense and tight towards the end of the game.
It had everything, this game. It was theatre.
It was. And, one of my worst memories of the night, and one of the reasons I'll never forget the game, is that with a couple of minutes to go, the scores were, I can't remember if they were level or they were pretty close to level, and I was out. I was out of the lead. I had Chris Langford covered. The ball sort of coming in. There was a bit of a bump in the middle of the MCG. No one else could see it, but I tripped over the bump. Didn't quite take the mark. Could have won the game. Stuffed it up.
Well, yeah, because, the MCG wasn't looked after much back in those days.
It wasn't.
There was bumps everywhere.
There was bumps all over the place. Right? It was almost It was unbelievable. The size of this divot was huge. So I had a little stumble.
Someone jumped up and actually tripped you over.
So I could have hit the 7th and won the bloody game.
So it was your fault?
It was my fault.
Oh, okay. Well, we forgive you. We forgive you because you went on from there and did all right. David, thanks for joining us. Someone remember when. Always good to see you.
Yeah, thanks for us.
Good on you. Send that invoice whenever you're
yeah, it'd be great.
Well, that's been another episode of the Robbo Show. I hope you enjoyed it. Make sure you get down to the MCG, though, this Friday night to see the boys tackle the Hawks. Friday night lights, got to love it. And got to love the Robbo Show, too. Yeah, starting to like it. Ready? All right, so what are we doing?
Just spin 10 times, I'll line out.
I'm going to spin 10 times.
Yeah.
And then have a shot.
Yeah.
I'll keep this on, I'll take it off.
Keep it on.
But it's impossible.
I'll line out.
How do I know I can trust you?
No, come on, mate. You can trust me.
You broke my nose. I still haven't forgiven you.
Deserved it, mate.
All right, spin me around. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5,
You'll throw
6,
up.
7, 8, 9, 10.
Yeah. Yep. Oh, you missed.
How'd I go?
Yeah.
Oh my God!
Is that hard?
I'm gonna vomit. Impossible. That is impossible.
I'll drain this one.
Righto.
Where are we? Am I in front?
I'll line you up. You just spin.
1, 2.
Faster.
Oh, Jesus.
Come on. 7, 8, 9, 10. Shoot. You scored! You scored at least!
Oh my God.
How good's that?
Wasn't that dizzy?
You used to do some special stuff on the Robbo Show. It's never boring, is it?
Oh my God.